Okay, little brother Asher, I am now leaving the Crossville, Tennessee area I-40 rest stop. My motor's warmed up. I'm merging onto the interstate and I'm heading for Knoxville, Tennessee. Hoping to have a nice place for a meetup. Asher, open the Bible to Acts chapter 14 and read verse 21 to 23. This is something that my friend David Hogan taught me. He was helping me prepare the pathway for what is now the Set Free Mission Bible Training Center in Greenville, Kentucky. But there's still another one to open up in Central City, Kentucky. Now, Mr. Asher, Acts chapter 14, verse 21 to 23. After preaching, the ones that are sent out by Jesus do something that takes lots and lots and lots of time. We've all gone to places where there's preaching and where there's public worshiping. But Asher, mark my words, there are two kinds of meetings that Jesus taught about. The public meeting and the private meeting. And the private meeting is very private. Only the people that are willing to die for Jesus today, only the people that are willing to die for Jesus today are in the private meeting. Now, if you don't have a book called Jesus Freaks, I strongly suggest that you get a copy. Jesus Freaks by Voice of the Martyrs and DC Talk. Jesus Freaks is a read aloud set of stories about people who have been tortured and hated and killed. And put out into the cold so that they freeze to death. All these many, many stories, but in that book, there's a story of a mother or parents who are being told, if you don't renounce Christ, we are going to kill your children. And the mama and papa said, we are not afraid of the death of our children. I made up a song once called Live Forever. Live forever. Live forever. It's a song for all my friends who are coming in connection with Jesus. We live forever from now on. Death is nothing. Our souls were designed to last. So, the point is this. In the private meeting, there's only people that are willing to be caught and thrown in jail and tortured and hated and killed. But there is one truth about the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit prevents the disciples from feeling the worst of the pain in their torture so that they can speak loving and kind words to their executioners. The early Christians were famous for loving their torturers. People who actually had their legs and arms cut off miraculously stayed peaceful and said to the people that were torturing and killing them, "I hope that you have the peace that we have someday. We know that you're just doing your job and you're just following commands." No human beings were ever designed to kill one another. That was not our original design. And we forgive you and we have mercy on you. May God forgive you even for ending our lives. We love you. You are our friends and you are our family. In the story in Jesus Freaks of Thomas Hauker, and I believe it's page 144, I have some of the pages memorized. Thomas Hauker lives in the era of England when the American colonies were just being settled. And Thomas Hauker, it was in the 1500s, I think. Thomas Hauker was caught either doing a baptism or a communion, which would get you killed, either burned at the stake or you would have your head cut off. If you had a communion or a baptism that was not allowed or sanctioned by the Church of England, they would kill you. So Thomas Hauker is in prison, and he is going to be burned at the stake. They tie you up to a pole that's high in the air. And then they put many bundles of small sticks underneath of you, what you call kindling. And those bundles of sticks are referred to as faggots. They're actually tied up bundles that cause a big fire to happen really fast. And those bundles, those faggots of light sticks, kindling, burn with super hot intensity. And they kill the person that's tied to the stake above all of this. It's like making a giant bonfire directly underneath of a person. And they die. They're turned into a crispy critter. So Thomas Hauker is asked by his friends, they say, if it's true what they say, if the Holy Spirit prevents you from feeling the worst of the pain tomorrow when you're being burned at the stake, if the Holy Spirit is preventing the worst of the pain, make a signal with your hands so that we can understand that the Holy Spirit is helping you and protecting you while you're being tortured and burned to death. So the next morning, they tie Thomas Hauker up to the stake, and there's always a lot of people that watch these terrible burned at the stake things. So it's this big public assembly. It's this big public assembly. And so Thomas Hauker is burned and burned and burned. I mean, he is burned so badly that he no longer has fingers on his hands. He is completely burnt. But he raises his arms over his head and he claps his hands together 3 times. His hands with no fingers. And his friends see the signal that he has been prevented from feeling the worst of the pain. And God has surrounded him and comforted him. Now, along that line, when people are just coming to God and they don't know nothing, I tell them there's 3 kinds of prayers. There's 3 special prayers. You don't have to know the whole Bible. You just have to be real about yourself with God and with everybody. I did a thing that wasn't the best thing. I am feeling a way that maybe there's a spirit that's bothering me. I need some prayer. I need some protection. 3 fun prayers. Prayer number 1, just like Thomas Hauker. You hug your pillow and you just say to God, love me, love me, love me, love me. When you're feeling lonely, when you're missing somebody, when you're wishing that you could do something that you can't do, you hug your pillow and you just say, hi God, I know you're thinking about me. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. And Jesus, who is omnipresent, he'll be there like, hi, don't think about that stuff that you're sad about. Think about this other thing. It is written, hope deferred makes the heart sick. When you don't get the things that you want, you have a heart sick. But remembering the miracles that God has done is a tree of life. So if you think about and remember the surprises that happen really from God, then you can say, well, even though what I want is not happening, please make more surprises like those other surprises that you did for me from time to time. So prayer number 1 is hug your pillow and say, love me, love me, love me, love me. And you will feel the comfort and the change that the Holy Spirit and Jesus and God Father give you. That's number 1. Love me, no, love me, love me. Prayer number 2 is show me where to go, show me what to do. Show me where to go, show me what to do. Show me where to go, show me what to do. Show me what to say. Show me where to go, show me what to do. Show me what to say. Show me where to go, show me what to do. Show me what to say. Show me when to say it. Show me when to say it. Show me where to go, show me what to do, show me what to say. Show me when to say it. Show me where to go, show me what to do, show me what to say. Show me when to say it. Because sometimes there's a right thing to say, but if you say it at the wrong time, it might hurt somebody. God will tell you exactly when a person can receive something. And he will tell you exactly when to tell somebody something that might feel like a hurt or a warning. But God knows that he wants them to be a little bit troubled right then. So the Holy Spirit will tell you when to say things. He will say to you, sometimes he will have you ask your mother or father things. But he will tell you when. And say, well, you're going to ask your mom this, but not now and not today. And then a couple days later, inside of you, he'll give you a little funny nudge. He's like, now's the time to tell your mama that thing. And you're like, oh, I don't know if I can ask her that thing right now. And it always takes a little bit of courage to follow what the Holy Spirit is telling you to do. But the more that you accept that the Holy Spirit and that omnipresent Jesus and Father are right there in the room with you, and they're actually more real than we are, it's really cool. So number one, love me, love me, love me. Number two, show me where to go, show me what to do, show me what to say, show me when to say it. Show me where to go, show me what to do, show me what to say, show me when to say it. And then the last one is a 4-letter word. But it's not a curse word. H-E-L-P. Help! Please help me! I don't know what to do! Now, go to Hebrews chapter 5, verse 7 and 8. While he was alive on the earth, Jesus, who is God, called out to his Father with loud cries and shouts and tears. He called out to the one who knew he could save him. Okay, now, Jesus is God. Jesus is actually God. But when he's in human form, he actually has to yell at his Father in times of difficulty. When he's communicating with his Father, when he's communicating with God, he is yelling and screaming and crying. Uh-oh. If he has to yell and scream and shout and cry, and he's God, oh my gosh. We better get used to yelling and screaming and crying sometimes. Because that is part of what will save us. And then it says, Jesus learned how to be a son by the things that he suffered. Now, if your favorite whatever, if your favorite little game is being played, if there's a sports game that you like, or a thing that you like to watch, if your friends are doing something special, and your parent says to you, you have to work and mow the lawn, you have to take care of this business, you have to sacrifice and say no to what you like and say yes to your lineage to God, from God to Christ, from Christ to man, from men to women, and then from the women and children, from the women and the men to the children, and the newcomers who are learning to be a friend of God. But Jesus learned how to be a son through what he suffered, which is really interesting. Through what he suffered. So that means, just like Jesus suffered on the cross and he asked his daddy, please, I don't want to go through this torture. I've seen what crucifixion looks like. I don't want that to happen to me. Is there any chance we can skip that crucifixion thing? And he's asking his dad if he can please escape this painful work. But he sacrificed himself. And as we sacrifice ourselves to help the truth speaker, the apostle, the true shepherd of souls, the pastor, the wise one, as we help the one who has been sent from God, and we sacrifice our own habits and pastimes and entertainments and amusements, as we sacrifice ourselves to stay on team with our parents, even when it's just difficult, we are being like Jesus, and we are learning how to be not just a son of parents, but literally like a son of God. And we will see benefits and rewards both in this life and in the next life. For example, when God got a hold of me, my favorite thing was interesting and unusual cars. I like to share the driving of a 1931 Model A town sedan with little children. It's a nice car that drives very well. I know how to maintain it. It's a simple, strong little car, and it looks very unusual. So when you park your Model A somewhere, many people come up and talk to you. And you can give them your little personally written Jesus magazine and say, hi, we help people who are suffering. If you have anybody in your family who has an addiction problem, or if you know a foster and adoption home, we want to go help them with the children. I was adopted, so I have a spirit of loving to adopt, because that was the example of my father who adopted and raised me. In an imitation of Jesus Christ, I was adopted by a certain man whose daddy had died when he was young. So, the 3 fun prayers. Love me, love me, love me, love me. Hug your pillow, and you will feel the comfort of God, and he will give you little pictures and reminders of wonderful things, and he will help you be content and rest even though everything isn't going right. Love me, love me, love me. Show me where to go, show me what to do, show me what to say, show me when to say it. Show me where to go, show me what to do, show me what to say, show me when to say it. And a 4-letter word, H-E-L-P. Help! Help me, help me, help me! I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Everything's going wrong. My friend is in trouble. Help me. Holy Spirit, angels of light, friend Jesus, you are everywhere. Now I need your help. Now stand with me and help me. We are like twinsies. Make me like you. Give me the ability to heal the sick and raise the dead and send away bad spirits and teach about God's love and God's warnings. Because the human family is dangerous. We're all dangerous. We never stop being dangerous. Give me the discernment of spirits. Help me know what is true or what is false, what is a lie and what is true. Help me know how to handle this problem. Help! Help me, Father! It's very good to shout. Now, we haven't had very many conversations, but the story of my mommy getting her heaven language was hidden from me for 37 years. There was a supernatural thing that happened in my house. And the church people, God have mercy on their souls, the darned church people told my mommy not to tell anybody.